여기 와서 공부 엄청 많이 했어요. Je suis tombée sur de aussi et j'ai décidé que j'allais parler comme une Californienne. And I thought I was gonna go study to fashion school in LA. Alright. Welcome back to the channel, darling. My name is Bibi, but you already knew that.
Bibi!
I knew you were gonna say something.
You look at me. What else?
Because I knew, because I was waiting for a reaction. Welcome back to our channel. Leslie is out here, she's working, so she will be, yeah, see her hand right here? She will be in the background judging me as I do my makeup. Actually, I have already done my makeup this morning, but I gotta do it again because we had the nerve to leave the house for 5 minutes, and now my makeup melted away. And I have a photo shoot later that I have to go to. And there ain't no makeup artist over there. So yeah, let's get on with this video. Hello de retour. Bonjour! Alors je vais commencer cette vidéo en français. Spécifiquement parce qu'il y a beaucoup de gens dans les commentaires, surtout les Français, qui nous font toujours la remarque: mais vous parlez combien de langues? Pourquoi vous parlez des langues bizarres et tout? Et ça, je me rappelle qu'on nous disait ça aussi au travail à Paris. Apparemment, dès que t'es bilingue, en fait, t'as ce truc où tu switches entre les langages et les gens n'aiment pas trop ça parce qu'ils se dit ouais, tu te la pètes et tout. Mais je vais vous expliquer très simplement pourquoi. Et je suis sûre que tous les gens bilingues derrière l'écran vont absolument nous comprendre. Donc je vais faire ça en faisant mon make-up parce que ça va pas du tout en ce moment. Donc, let's get it started. Donc, notre langue natale, c'est le français à toutes les deux. Moi, j'ai grandi au Sénégal jusqu'à ce que j'ai 18 ans. J'étais au Sénégal avec toute ma famille, etc. Et nous avons déménagé en France après que j'ai eu mon bac. Dans le cas de Leslie, elle est née
En France, Paris.
à Paris et elle a un peu bougé à cause du boulot de ses parents et du coup elle parlait
C'était que des langues françaises de toute façon.
que des langues françaises. C'est genre créole, etc. Alors, donc ouais. Et au Sénégal, de toute façon, la langue officielle c'est le français, même s'il y a aussi le Wolof et plein d'autres langages que moi, unfortunately, je ne parlais pas. On a commencé avec le français. Alors je vais juste refaire mon maquillage en même temps parce que darling, it's a mess. Donc on parle français en tant que premier langage, sauf que moi dans mon cas j'avais toujours des gens bilingues dans ma famille, pas beaucoup mais il y en avait quand même les plus proches de moi parce que beaucoup ont étudié à l'étranger, ont vécu à l'étranger, donc à chaque fois moi j'avais l'habitude de voir des gens qui parlaient aussi anglais et moi j'admirais ça. J'avais surtout une tante qui s'appelle Brigitte comme moi et qui parle tellement de langues. Je peux pas vous dire en ce moment combien de langues elle parle, ça c'est sans exagérer. Je pense qu'elle a vraiment un truc pour le langage. Et donc elle parle portugais, elle parle espagnol, elle parle plein de langues béninoises, différents dialectes, elle parle le Wolof, elle parle un autre dialecte sénégalais, elle parle évidemment français, elle parle anglais, je pense qu'elle parle... Est-ce qu'elle comprend pas un peu d'allemand aussi? Mais en tout cas, elle parle beaucoup de langues. Et elle parle aussi le créole, mais capverdien. Je me rappelle, on était allé la visiter au Cap-Vert et elle parlait la langue, mais comme ça. Et elle apprend extrêmement vite. Donc moi, j'admirais ça et je voulais faire la même chose. Après, je suis tombée sur la culture californienne avec The O.C., The Hills, etc. Et ben, très influençable cette fille. Très influençable. Je suis tombée sur The O.C. et j'ai décidé que j'allais parler comme une Californienne. Je voulais pas parler comme une New-Yorkaise, je voulais pas parler comme une meuf du Sud, non, je voulais parler comme une meuf qui venait de San Francisco ou de LA alors que je n'avais jamais mis les pieds là-bas. Donc bref, je me suis dit ok, je vais parler comme les meufs du O.C. et je regardais toutes les séries et franchement je comprenais pas ce qu'elles racontaient vu que c'était juste par sous-titres et tout, mais je recopiais leurs expressions, leurs accents et tout. Et du coup moi j'ai toujours été assez bien avec des accents en général. Donc c'est comme ça que l'anglais a commencé. So now I'm gonna switch to English because you know, it fits. So yeah, I started learning English watching shows a lot, and obviously we learned it from the beginning at school. So in Senegal you have to learn English literally since like kindergarten. We had like simple little cute English classes since I can remember. And yeah, I was at the same level as everybody else, but I was also learning by myself at home watching all these shows because I just really wanted to speak English. Also, because I was watching The Hills and everything, I thought I was Lauren Conrad and I thought I was gonna go study to fashion school in LA, so I was literally preparing for that. Like literally, I was like telling my parents I'm gonna go to college in LA, so I need to like be bilingual, whatever. And then, yeah, that's how pretty much I was perfecting my accent, etc, etc. And so when I did move to the States, it wasn't actually right after high school, it was a few years later on an exchange program, and then I transferred as a full-time student, and I was not in LA but I was in San Francisco, which is close enough, especially because I found out that Lauren actually studied in San Francisco in my same university. Afterwards, I was like, oh my god, 16-year-old me is dying, whatever. And that's how I learned English to like the high, like the almost native level. I'm probably not as good as a native, but I'm pretty fluent. In her case, she also went on an exchange to Atlanta.
I did right after high school because my high school life in English was absolute trash. I was very bad in English. I was trash at school. Oh my
Really?
God. Yeah, I was really bad because I really I could understand everything, but did not say a word.
That sounds familiar.
Well, see, I have a pattern, you know.
She does not like to talk.
I don't. Anyway, so yeah, I was like, I want to be able to travel because that's what I like to do. So let me learn English a bit, you know. So after high school, I went this kind of program when you go for a couple of months in a English school somewhere. So I went 3 months in Boston and 2 months in Sydney. And it was kind of cool and very useful for my ability to actually speak the language. After that, I was able to live my life.
Because I feel like when I met you, we met in freshman year. You were good at English already.
Yeah. I was actually better at English at the time because I just came out of
Boston?
Sydney. I was coming back from Sydney.
How did you not get an Australian accent?
I don't know.
You didn't at all? I catch accents so fucking quick. Sorry for
I
this.
mix the accents, that's a problem.
But it's not a problem, I think it's cool.
No, I don't care. It's not a problem in itself. It's just I don't have an accent of the language I'm speaking because I mix it with
It's
what
everything.
Or like the little expression of this one I'm going to give this accent, blah blah. But
I think it's
don't have
cool.
a full accent.
I like that because nobody can like see where
Yeah,
you're from.
exactly.
It's kind of like, oh, who are you? What are you?
What is going on with
What
you?
is going on with you?
So the school we went to was classes in English and stuff.
Everything was in
So,
English.
Yeah.
That helped. That helped a
That
lot.
helped a lot. Like you don't lose it. Right, I came back from the States and Australia, but I did not have to lose it because I was speaking English every day.
Ooh.
So it was useful. And yeah, there we are.
So that was for our English. So this is why tous les Français là qui sont dans nos commentaires, that's why we're speaking English because it's a habit now. If you've worked in English and you've been to school in English for like more than 2 years, you're not going to really go back. You're going to mix everything. So that's when the Franglish comes in. So pretty much a lot of words in French are really complicated and useless to say as complicated as they are. So you switch to the easier word in English. So sorry, but that is why we speak in the way we speak because we're just kind of used to it. I'm just gonna retouch this because girl, I look casket ready. Meme culture has done a lot to us. Meme culture has done a lot because girl, what is casket ready? Oh my god. Okay, let me fix what I just did. We have the French and we have the English, and of course a lot of people, part of our Korean audience, leave comments and asking us, oh, you also speak Korean? Like sometimes we have like a few words that kind of naturally come out, especially when we're shocked. We love to be like 뭐야 이게 뭐야. So now I will switch to Korean. 안녕하세요. 파이팅이래. 안녕하세요 everyone. 비비라고 합니다. 여기는 레슬리인데 지금 뭐하고 있는지 모르겠지만 일하고 있는데 조금 그냥 목소리로 리액션 하실 거예요. 안 할 겁니다. 아무튼 보통 한국인 팔로워 뭐지? 한국말로 모르겠지만 일단은 그 한국 사람들이 보통 막 중간중간에 한국어 나가서 좀 반갑네요라고 합니다. 그래서 왜 이러는지 설명해 볼게요. 여기 오기 전에 조금 공부했지만 여기 와서 진짜 막 공부 엄청 많이 했어요. 영세대학교의 한국어 학당에서 오전 9시부터 오후까지 계속 공부하는 거예요. 6개월 동안 했기 때문에 조금 베이스가 있었는데 드라마 막 보고 계속 vocabulary 단어이랑 문법 같은 거 좋다. 이렇게 시작했습니다. 그 프랑스에 있을 때는 Talk to Me in Korean 어떤 웨브사이트 있는데 책도 있고 그거 노트북 콘책도 있어요. 그래서 콘책이랑 책 많이 공부했는데 유튜브도 있고 그 오디오 레슨도 있어요. 그래서 그렇게 진짜 계속 공부한 거예요. 그래서 그냥 한국 친구도 만나고 뭐 한국 남자친구도 있다 보니까 계속 막 공부하게 됐어요. 그래서 이제는 저는 한국 회사에서 다니고 있어가지고 계속 한국말로 하니까 조금 더 쉬워졌어요. 근데 아직 엄청 힘들어요, 솔직히. 아직 너무 할 수 없어요. 지금 막 진짜 뭐 excited하고 막 아니면 화나면 진짜 다 한국말이 이렇게 돼요. 진짜 못해요. 근데 계속 공부하고 있다 보니까 언제나 잘 할 수 있겠죠? 열심히 하겠습니다. 한국말 처음에 공부하고 싶은 사람들이 Talk to Me in Korean 확인해보세요. 엄청 좋아요. 진짜 영어로 레슨 하는데 설명 엄청 잘하고 이거 광고도 아니에요. It's not sponsored. ce n'est pas du tout sponsorisé.
Sponsor us!
Sponsor! 아니야. 그거 아닌데 한국말 공부하고 싶은 사람들이 Talk to Me in Korean 검색 Talk to Me in Korean 검색해보세요. 아직 조금 발음이랑 말도 조금 힘들잖아요. 보여요? 그치? 아무튼 이렇게 언어 3개쯤 잘 하는 것 같아요. 근데 더 스페인어도 있었는데 조금 잊어버렸어요. 레슬리는 조금 더 잘 하는데 지금은 너무 다 잊었어요. 뭐 스페인어 있는데 세네갈에 사용하는 월러프도 있는데 저는 알아듣는데 말하기가 조금 힘들어요. 근데 뭐 다 이렇게 계산하면 English, French, Korean, Wolof, Spain 우리 둘 다 뭐 아마 5개 언어 하고 있습니다. So that's why we use these different languages when we're doing reactions and everything. So we're very sorry, but we're now proud Franglish and Konglish speakers. That means we're not good at any of the languages, actually. It is what it is.
That's actually the reality.
It's so hard, yeah, it's so hard. So anyway, I was just trying to retouch my makeup and that ended up becoming a story time. So yeah, if you guys also speak like multiple language and these stories kind of happen to you, like speaking a mix of languages, or you get confused and you forgot a name or a word in this language, so you have to replace it and it's hard, please leave a comment so we know we're not alone. Alright, we will leave you guys at this and we will go about our business today and we will see you later. Say bye. 1, 2, 3. Apris. Bye. 하나, 둘, 셋. 안녕.